What's up, guys? This is Job from Cool Movie Reviews, and real quick, I want to bring y'all my real quick review of episode 3 and 4 of The Last of Us. If you haven't seen my episode 2 review, it is on my YouTube Shorts, and the reason why I haven't posted any videos is because my laptop is tripping. Okay, tripping. So real quick, episode 3, my quick thoughts. The Bill and Frank episode, I call it. Where in the game it's different. In the game, you have Bill, who is gay, right? He's LGBTQ, and he is iterated that he has a thing with Frank. Frank hung himself in the actual video game. Well, in the show, they flushed out their relationship, set up a storyline. I know Ellie and Joel are on their way to Bill to get the truck, per se, because it's the same concept in the video game. So what I liked about this episode, the writing on this episode was dope. Flushing out the Bill and Frank's relationship and going through it through the years and everything that they've been through and all that. That was dope. Another thing I liked about it is, even though they deviated from the game, sometimes it's good to do that because you have to flush out the story. Because in the game, it was like brushed over. But in the show, you have to give it that more flushed out version of what's going on. I know a lot of people are not gonna like that episode is because of the LGBTQ thing, but it didn't bother me. Do what you gotta do. It's in all our shows now, so it is what it is. If you're gonna do it right. Write the story right. So they wrote it in a way, basically a love story, right? So another thing I didn't like, thing I didn't like is I still trying to get on board with Ellie. And right when it got close to the end of the episode, she just right now she's that little a-hole, and I just don't like her. But it wasn't too much I didn't like about this episode. This episode was pretty solid. Cooler episode. Now, jump to real quick. Like I said, it's gonna be a real quick review. Episode 4, the recent episode that just came out this Sunday, was actually pretty dope. So this episode puts Joel and Ellie, and they're on the road. Basically, the bonding of what you get in the game when you play the game. When you play the game, you get them two. You're playing as Joel, and I think you play as Ellie in one point, but you mostly get the first game you're playing as Joel. And this daughter-father relationship starts to build, and it's built early, right? When the show, it's not happening until episode 4, and you getting that chemistry, that camaraderie of those two and their interaction. Ellie's still an a-hole, but you can tell Ellie is starting to remind Joel of his daughter that passed away. So that was pretty cool. Another thing I liked too is the suspense and action. So they are in the car, and they run into they like mercenaries or whatever. They run into them, and of course they get into a little spat. Well, in the previous episode, Ellie took a gun. So Ellie doesn't know how to use a gun. Well, she used the gun in this episode. So that was pretty cool. Another thing that I like, the score. The score is pretty solid, and the writing is so solid so far. The mercenaries, let's get to the thing I didn't like about episode 4. One thing I didn't like is the mercenary captain. She's this lady, and her acting is just kind of weird. She's very, I talk like this. No, don't do this. Don't do this. It's weird, man. Like, it's really weird. So that's something that's going to have to grow on me. So that's the things I liked and I didn't like. And I say this is going to be real quick because I'm trying to get y'all some content. But so far, The Last of Us, it's on par with what I expected. Some good things, some cool things, some things from the game. Was I a big Last of Us fan? It was cool. Not really. Like I said, I've watched people play the game. So as a casual person that's watching the show, I've seen a lot of this stuff before, but they've written it well so far. So we'll see what it goes. But anyway, this is Job from Cool Movie Reviews. Like, share, subscribe, and I'm out. Peace.